They help preserve one of the nation's most important pieces of history. Now the Cleveland family that built the exhibit for the Star-Spangled Banner is trying to preserve its local business.
In an exclusive report, Mark Naymik details the legacy and their fight for survival against the nation's largest construction company.
This is the Society Bank.
Their craftsmanship is on display across the city.
Here's the spire when it was in the shop.
From the gleaming spire atop Key Tower to the decorative metalwork on buildings, hotels, and theaters.
It gives you a great sense of pride every time you look up there and you can point out to your friends or to your family, hey, look, our family made that.
That pride lingers inside their East Side shop, Tomco Metal Fabricating, shuttered in 2012 and frozen in time. Founded in 1976 by Ivo Tombazzis, who learned to shape metal in a small backyard in Italy. His handiwork earned a national reputation for creating hard-to-make railings and other metal structures. Sons Lou and Frank Tombazzis nurtured their father's legacy, and in 2007 led the company's most important job, building a display case larger than a billboard to protect the Star-Spangled Banner, the flag that inspired our national anthem. Hired by Turner Construction, America's largest contractor, Ivo and his sons put all their time and resources into the project headed for the Smithsonian Museum in Washington. The case also needed a gantry to allow preservationists to lean over the flag to repair it. Lou and Frank say they quickly recognized Turner's design was flawed and changes would cost more than their $1.3 million contract.
So when we had gotten the drawings, I reviewed them and I seen a lot of problems with them, and I kept asking questions and I couldn't get answers.
Lou and Frank say Turner, which was managing the museum's larger renovation, told them make the display work and keep track of the needed changes.
We weren't about making excuses. We were one of the few fabricators in the country that never failed on a project.
They delivered. But nearly 30 project changes cost their company of 41 employees $700,000 in time and materials they were never reimbursed for.
We drew money from other jobs, projects that we were doing for other companies. That really hurt us.
The company was sinking.
It was very difficult to watch people you became close friends with. They trusted you, you trusted them, and all of a sudden it's their last day of work.
Frank and Lou also took a hit personally.
There was times it was difficult to buy groceries, pay the utilities. Kids were still growing up, not out of the house yet. You know, how do you answer to them when challenging to buy them a pair of shoes sometimes?
Now, in a lawsuit filed last month, Lou and Frank accused Turner of misleading them and the Smithsonian. The suit says Turner told Lou and Frank they had to change their paperwork to allow Turner to sue the museum for cost overruns, including theirs.
In our eyes, we thought, well, someday when the settlement is made between Turner and the Smithsonian, you know, Turner would come back to the table and help us out, give us what we asked for.
The suit also says that Turner offered Lou and Frank a temporary settlement of $90,000 to cover some of their losses and promised more down the road. They accepted the deal.
And it was under duress. They knew we were in a survival mode.
In 2017, Turner settled with the Smithsonian for an additional $7 million for cost overruns, but never told Lou and Frank.
We found out by coincidence. We read it in an article.
They couldn't get past it, so they sued.
I think it haunted us to think that we lost basically a family legacy because of, we felt, foul play. You know, how can we come back to the table and try to recoup what was rightfully ours?
Turner Construction told 3 News the claims in the Tombazzis lawsuit are baseless, and the issues raised in our story were resolved years ago. So for now, it's up to the courts to decide how this chapter in American history ends. I'm Mark Naymik, 3 News.